Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 6th to the 12th of April 2020. We are in one of the biggest weeks of the year. It's actually a 2-week phase from the 4th to the 10th and onwards through into the rest of April. And the reason for this is that Jupiter and Pluto are making a conjunction. So back in January we had Saturn and Pluto stripping us back to the core and helping us leave the past behind. Density, narratives, limitations and behaviours and beliefs. And then we've swum around in the waters of the imagination with Mercury retrograde in Pisces, letting go of the need to try and mentally control and plan the future. And now as we come out of the Mercury retrograde third phase, we come straight into this conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto. Jupiter is our sovereignty and how we can connect to our core power and amplify it. And Pluto is the alchemist, how we can die to the old and raise up our power and be reborn. So as these 2 weeks take us over the Easter weekend, there really is a sense of phoenix-like rebirth coming in. And if we can take this slow down and centre inwards, then this is really the ideal opportunity to connect with an energy that hasn't happened for 4,000 years. So with Jupiter and Pluto there's also Mars and Saturn. It's 4 mighty planets all together, saying let go of the past, connect to your power, rise up and amplify. So we are frequency beings. Whatever we're feeling, we're transmitting. You can measure in Hertz electrical frequency the different emotions outside of the human body. So we're stepping from density and the physical mental into frequency and the unpolluted emotional spiritual realms. So being aware of our vibration, not conforming to fear, being sovereign to our thoughts and our expression with Saturn in Aquarius, then learning how to embody that and amplify it is really the job that we have for the next couple of weeks and onwards. Things are not going to go back to normal. It's not supposed to be that way. Things are changing forever and we're learning to live in a whole new way. So by Monday, have a look at your fullest expression. Are you embodying that? Are you being it? Are you amplifying it? By Tuesday we have Mars square Uranus, and Uranus is liberation and Mars is our passion. So firing up in the heart, staying pure and simple during this rebirth week, really engaging with our true vibration is the challenge of this aspect. Because by Wednesday we have the full moon at 18 degrees Libra, so do find that in your chart. And Libra is the sign of balance and equality. So in the midst of this pause, can we find calm? Can we find balance? There's lots going on behind the scenes. Libra is also the sign of justice, which is currently being restored. There's a great rebalancement going on every level. So inside and out, attend to your inner work, clean house, restore order, freshen your gaze under the full moon in Libra. By the end of the week, Thursday especially, there's a feeling of presence and appreciation. Gratitude and appreciation are a very high frequency, so can we tune in and feel those deeply. And by the weekend we have Mercury moving into Aries. This is a real change of pace, and I feel it's necessary to keep our perception heightened. Mercury in Aries is a very quick and communicative aspect, and there's a sense here, especially with the full moon in Libra, that certain secrets will be blurted out. So keeping our ears open and remaining objective, as 2020 is really a year of revelation. But on a personal level, it's going to be very important here not to fall back into living in the head. As I say, with the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, we've had a few weeks off from that now, to really swim in our imagination, to fire up and incubate our dreams. But the temptation here will be to fall back into rushing forwards with the head. So as things start to move over the next couple of weeks, with the Sun in Aries and the full moon in Libra, balancing the head and the heart, learning to use our mind for what it's meant to be, which is a sharp tool to do our soul's bidding. So in all, it's a very calm week, one to stay very internal, want to realise our power and embody it, while by contrast everything on the outside is very busy. And this is very high priority really. Like I say, Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn haven't met together since 1894 BC. So on a level of priority, try not to get caught up on the day-to-day runnings, because this won't happen again. So this is an opportunity to really harness and work with these powerful energies. On a herbal note, I wanted to say something about the power of oregano, or oregano, for our American listeners. It's one of the most powerful antibacterial, antiviral herbs that there are, and it's really good for the respiratory system. So something I like to do is to boil the kettle, pour a bowl of hot water, add some Himalayan salt and a drop of oregano oil, or you can use fresh oregano, and have a steam. Breathe in the steam from that. It's very purificant for the lungs, but it's also obviously something very positive that we can do in these times. So I wanted to give you that, and also if you'd like to support me, then please do feel free to share this information. Feel free to go to my website and take any of the written information from there. And if you could give a link back to astrozo.com or Facebook at astrozo, my YouTube channel Zoe Astro, and Instagram at ZoeHines7, then that would be wonderful. I am available for readings. They work perfectly well online. You get a copy of your chart, or your updated chart if you've had a reading before, an MP3 with many layers of information to listen back to, copies of the cards that come up. And really this is a time to stop and to realise we're not going back to normal. So where are you going? First direction is inwards, but then as we come out of this, how do you want to apply that to live a life of more purpose and direction? So please do contact me, ZoeHines7 at gmail.com, if you'd like a reading at these epic times, to begin to see where you can take these energies, harness them, raise your frequency, and experience this rebirth with maximum effect. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week.